Welcome back to Hey, you doing the most.
Now run and tell that.
OMG, y'all. We're doing the episode without Brittany. I was a little nervous at first, but it's just been a lot going on. We haven't recorded in so long. How long has this been? It's been like maybe 6 weeks.
Yes.
It's been like 6 or 7 weeks since we recorded, but Brittany is totally fine. There's nothing wrong. We're not breaking up. There's no
Static or steam.
Right. It's no beef. Everything is great. It's just a weird month for both of us. It's just a whole lot going on as far as work. I'm moving. It's just a lot going on. But she's doing really, really well. She did her second 5K run, which was so dope. Her time was better than the first one. She's preparing for a half marathon that she's about to do. So yeah, it's just kind of a lot going on. And the timing just didn't work. I have so much going on. I'm gonna give y'all a kind of lengthy update, but that's kind of Brittany's update. But she's doing good. It's nothing bad. Everything is great. Yeah, she's doing well. But yeah, how you been?
Man, I've been traveling myself. Been here, been there. Work has had me a little bit of everywhere, but I'm running off about 8 days of no sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm here right now getting it done. That's what's going down. But I feel great, Black, blessed, and highly favored.
Yeah, I love that. Man, traveling crazy because usually my summer is a little bit more intense than it's already been, but I haven't really been anywhere yet. But this month is crazy. Like literally Friday I leave to go to Arizona for my family trip, which I'm super, super excited about. I got us like t-shirts made this time because we do a family trip every year. It's not my entire family. It's just my dad, his wife, and all of the kids. So it's like me, all my siblings, and then everybody partners and their kids. So we get a big house and we let the kids go crazy. Everybody in the pool. Like we just try to find a new city every year. So our first city was Vegas, and then we did Miami last year, and so we're doing Arizona this year. So I'm super excited about that. We got some fire shirts. I gotta show you our shirts. Our shirts are fire. So I'm super excited about that. And then literally the day I come back from our trip to Arizona, I fly out to Chicago the same exact day. Like I land at 10 and then my flight leave at like 5 p.m.
Oh, man.
So it's a little bit of running around, a little bit of errands here and there, drop my son off to his dad, and I'm back out for work. I'm a part of a touring theater company that I've been a part of since I graduated college. And it's really, really dope. Like we stay in touch, we stay doing things, but every summer we do a clinic that I do like the logistics for, and I do all like the behind the scenes, and I make sure everything is like run properly and all that stuff, because my thing is like project management and production and all that stuff. Like that's my jam. And so I do all of the logistics for the program. So last year it was a 10-day program that we did in Chicago, but every year we try to expand, and so we're trying to go to a new city and try to make it better. So instead of it being 10 days in just Chicago, we're doing 5 days in DC and 5 days in Chicago. So I go to Chicago for 5 days come Monday, and then I'm gone until Saturday. And then I come back to Dallas, I think, for like 2 days. And then I go to Houston for 3 days.
Oh, man.
And then I'm back in Dallas for like 4 days. And then I fly to D.C. for 7 days. And then I come back for like a week. Mm-hmm. And then I go to L.A. to my big family reunion. And then it's like back to school at this point. And then I'm only gone. I'm here for like 2 weeks. And then I go to Jamaica.
Oh man, that sounds
so great. Yeah, it's a little bit intense the next couple of weeks. But I'm super grateful. I'm super excited about everything. And it's just, I'm looking forward to traveling, even though it's a little bit different now. I am looking forward to all of the travel. What else I want to talk about in my update? I guess I could talk about a little bit of dating. Dating has been fun still. Yeah, it ain't been fun. Let me stop lying. Dating has not been fun. It's like every week I will start the week off good. Like I have a nice little team. Like, okay, I talk to a few people here and there. Oh, speaking of, I have a question. I guess this is like a topic question, but I do want to know, what do you think the definition of dating is?
I think the definition of dating is when two people decide to put time in and get to know each other. going a little deeper in the surface level. Like, oh, hey, I see you every day. Oh, I'm used to seeing your face. Now, I did this when I was 14, and this is what type of family I have. What type of family do you have?
So do you feel that you can date multiple people, or do you feel like when you're dating, you can only date one person?
I feel like me as an individual, I feel like I can date multiple people because I like the psychology of getting to know multiple people at one time. You see what I'm saying? And I have a good manage of my emotions when it comes to the individual people that I talk to. But if you don't have that same type of emotional management and you get locked in on one somebody, and this is the somebody that you want to get to know because this is where your focus is at, I think that's what you should do.
Yeah, see, I think 100% dating is multiple people for sure. I had an argument with one of my closest friends, and she like, "You gonna date is not dating multiple people. You gonna only date one person. You gonna only date one person." And I'm just like, for me, it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of like you. Like, I have a sense of my emotions where I could, like, let's just say, for instance, you and I are dating, and you do something I don't like, or we get into it or something, or it's whatever, it's some beef or whatever. I'm not gonna then call Ray or something and then take it out on him.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to store stuff, and I know how to be able to maneuver through it. But yeah, I just want to know what you thought about that. So I am dating multiple people. Yeah, I am dating multiple people, and it's fun-ish, but I don't know. I guess it's because it's like I know I'm ready for my person that it's kind of like,
man.
Yeah, it just kind of like, I don't know. Like, a lot of times I just feel like I said, I would start the week off great and everybody would be good. And then Tuesday, okay, you pissed me off. Okay, now I don't want to talk to you no more. Okay, then Thursday, the next person pissed me off. Okay, now I don't want to talk to that person no more.
But see, that's the beautiful thing about dating because you have the option to do that. It's just like, and finding your person is like a spontaneous thing. It's just like, oh, dang, you are the person that you pissed me off, but I still want to keep talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's intense. But yeah, so I am dating. I don't talk to anybody super seriously. I don't talk to anybody every day. Like, it'll be 2-3 days I don't talk to nobody. Then somebody texts me, "Hey, just checking up on you, blah, blah, blah." Yeah. It's kind of like crazy. But yeah, dating is cool. What else do I have going on? Work is great. I look forward to going back into education. I'm going back into education this year. So I'm excited about that. Even though I'm team fuck them kids. I am excited about getting back into education just because I feel like it'll have me to where, because it's like, of course, right now where I work is, I still work in restaurants and all that stuff. So it's like, I'll be at work all night, or I'll be at work all day, and it's just like nonstop. Or I'll be at work super late till like 1 a.m., like 3 days in a row. And I'm tired of that. Like, I want to work literally like 9 to 5 if I could, Monday through Friday, weekends off, spring breaks, all that stuff. So I'm excited about getting into that.
Definitely.
Yeah. But let's get into these topics. I know we haven't recorded so long, so some of these topics are going to be a little outdated, but it's some we have to cover. So it was one that you had sent that we have to talk about. The YK Osiris.
Sukihana.
Yes, we have to talk about it. So if you've been living under a rock, little backstory. Sukihana and YK Osiris, they were guest hosting this event, and Suki, it was like a basketball tournament or something, some celebrity thing, and Sukihana was one of the hosts, or one of like the correspondents on stage, and it was her, Lil Duval was like to her left, and then Funny Marco was to her right, and YK Osiris comes up behind her while she's sitting down how I'm sitting down, and it's like a podium or whatever, and he comes up behind her, and he's like giving her a massage, and like she's like kind of like laughing and kind of like looking at him kind of crazy. He like grabs her face and kisses her. Yeah, so that's what happened, and so we're gonna like talk about it. I want to know your thoughts. I want to talk about my thoughts, and yeah.
I mean, there's a such thing called the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
That's all I would say. But YK Osiris put himself in a sticky situation. You know what I mean? He knew what he felt like he had the right to do, but don't nobody really have the right to just forcefully put themselves on no woman. You know what I mean? And people want to say it's because of, the energy that she portrays, but that's a persona. Just like most of these rappers don't, really live the life that they say that they be about. But, You know, they out here, you know what I mean, doing the things that they doing, you know what I mean, to make the money. So I just be like, you still got to treat anybody with respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I seen you at the strip club last night popping pussy with the whole ass out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I see you at Walmart, I'm going to say, hey, Miss Lady, how you doing?
Right. I agree with you 100%. And I did see a lot of that, like, oh, what she talk about on every interview, all she do is talk about how, oh, my coochie good, and that's all she talk about. Or her tag is like Sukiyana with the, or Suki with the good coochie or something like that. That's like one of her like little tags or whatever. But like you said, that's just like personality. Like sometimes I get so upset, and which is why a lot of times I tell people that I date or people that I like, don't watch my podcast. Not because it's like, oh, I'm talking about you or I don't want your support. It's the fact that I don't want you to take Cinnamon J and think that this is like me and just every single day life. Like, yeah, I'm on here and I'm saying, I don't want a nigga to pay my bills, nigga gotta pay for this, nigga gotta pay for that. And yeah, they do, but you may catch me or I may really like you and I'm like, you know, we could go 50-50. So you can't take everything somebody say as like
face value.
Yeah. So it's just like, I hated that for her because I just think, I don't know, I love her growth. I think she's fabulous. I mean, I don't know, I think she's dope. So I know it's been a long time and I feel like he apologized a couple of times and I feel like it's kind of brushed over and I think like she accepted his apology. So hopefully he learned his lesson on, you know, respecting people's circle and respecting people's boundaries. Cause I mean, he is young at the end of the day. So hopefully he learned from that. But yeah, that was just crazy when that shit was going on. I was just like, oh, I cannot wait to get to the point where I'm podding every week. And it's coming. It's coming. I'm saying it'll be here sooner than we think.
And I got respect for both of them men that was sitting on the side of them. But I just do want to say, like, I couldn't have been one of those dudes. Like, you know what I mean? I hate when people sit on the side watching something happen that they don't even say nothing. You ain't got to put your hands on the man. Just be like, hey, man, you
doing too much.
You doing too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was trying to hide their faces.
Yeah, a lot of people was talking about Funny Marco and Lil Duval for not jumping in or not coming to her defense. I don't know. I feel like, I think everybody was just kind of in shock. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck is going on? As opposed to, I don't know if they thought maybe it was like a skit or something. You know, nowadays everything is like content over everything, or everything is a skit and everything is something. So I don't know what they thought, but I don't know. I would have kind of like froze up. I wouldn't even have known what to say if I was sitting there. I would have just been like, is he serious right now? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I really wouldn't like have a clue on what to say or where to even like start with the shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, super fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else major happened that I want to talk about before we get. We have to talk about the submarine. We have to talk about the submarine. So again, if you've been living under a rock, a few weeks ago, they took this submarine to go a lot of feet, miles underground, under the water to go look at the Titanic. And it cost, I think, like $250,000 for the ticket to get on the submarine. I think it was like 4 to 5 people that was on it. 3 out of the 5 people were billionaires. I think it was a son and a dad and a son that was on the submarine. The CEO or the founder, the creator was on this submarine that came up with it. Yeah, it was a big thing. However, they didn't survive. Rest in peace to the people that lost their lives and prayers to their families. But yeah, I wanted to know what you thought about it. Do you think that it was actually people on there? Do you think that they actually went to go look for the Titanic?
Man, before I get into my thoughts, rest in peace to those people.
Yes.
If lives were lost, then, you know, nobody wants to you know, say anything bad about, you know, lost lives. But I will say that the entire situation seems like I know that the ocean holds a certain amount of PSI once you start to go deeper, and, and it increases and it increases. From what I've been told is that they use the same ship multiple amount of times to go down there. So maybe the ship had some wear and tear. But then again, at the same time, it just seems like $250,000 per person to go down there, and it's operated by a video game controller. It's just like in my I ain't got no millions of dollars.
Right.
But it just don't seem smart.
Same.
You see what I'm saying? So for you to have all this money and for you to go down there, it just seems like a great cover-up story. To be like
a cover-up story for somebody to get some quick money because it's $250,000 times 5. You saying like that?
I mean that, and once upon a time you see me, now you don't. Now I'm gone forever.
I know it's been a lot of different stories or a lot of different people with their conspiracy theories. This is not mine. This is just things that I've been seeing. But a lot of people are like, oh, it was never anybody actually on there. Oh, it actually never went down. Oh, all these things. For me, I genuinely think that it was people on there.
Yeah.
I think it was people on there. I do think that I think that the story they're telling us is true.
I think it's up in the air, and the only reason it's up in the air because rich people do have the ability to sway powerful situations. And if you want it to disappear, make it public.
I do think that it is some like kind of loopholes in the story that's just like maybe like because like the whole timeline in which like everything happened, like it's like the Navy was saying, oh, they heard something the first day it went down there, or the second it went down there they saying that they heard something that it was that basically I guess that's when it had exploded like as soon as it happened, but they said that people didn't respond to it until like 2 or 3 days later. Then that's when they was like, oh, well, they only have so many hours. They have so many hours so many hours of oxygen left on there. But I don't know. I went back and forth with it for like a couple of days. Like as it was going on, I'm like, okay, they got this many hours of oxygen. Like I'm thinking like, okay, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it. It's gonna be like, I'm like, it's gonna be some Final Destination shit, but it's gonna be the positive way where they're gonna find them and it's gonna be like 10 hours left, and then we're gonna find them and they're gonna make it. But I don't know. It's tough because I've seen different clips of people, like you said, they've been down there before on the same thing. And I've seen different clips of other millionaires and other successful people saying, oh, I've done it. I've been down there before. And I experienced it and all this stuff. So it's just like.
That's why you can't that's what happens. You know what I mean? You have people who have the experience that can discredit the thing that happened. You know what I mean? And as long as you have discreditors to the thing that happened, then what actually happened in this specific situation necessarily doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, RIP to those people. That's way above my pay grade.
Yeah, rest in peace to them people. Because man, I couldn't imagine just being on a boat and then I'm gone. But I mean, it's just crazy because I mean, this sounds crazy, but it's kind of a good way to go out because it was instant. Like it wasn't nothing where it was just like it's a slow process or it's like over time. It was like instantaneously. But then it just sucks because it's just like then it's just like okay, they have a funeral, but it's like no body, it's no ashes, it's like nothing. It's just like we just having a blank funeral because they're gone. Like it was no way that they're alive, but it's just like. I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy situation. Rest in peace to those people.
Yeah, that's what we call white people shit.
For sure, white people shit. Way for sure, white people shit. For damn sure. Yeah. The BET Awards happened. Did you watch anything of any bit of it? Did you?
I seen everything that was on Twitter at the time.
Okay.
But I was at work, so I caught glimpses of it.
Okay, cool. Same. But I caught glimpses of it from Instagram, so this would be great. All I want to say is I didn't watch. I watched a few of the performances, but I didn't like watch the whole thing. I just want to say that it gave the energy of like. BET back in 06, 07, like when BET was like because to me when we were growing up, the BET Awards was like, I gotta go to the BET Awards.
It was lit.
Yeah, like it was some shit like you wanted to go to, and like I lived in LA, so like BET weekend, the energy in the whole city used to just be crazy, and it was just like everybody I know that's back at home was saying like the weekend was back lit, like everything was lit, gas stations was back jumping, like everything was just like a vibe. So it was just like, I do want to give kudos to BET for like turning that shit up because that shit was fucking lit. But man, it was just some niggery shit going on.
That's what I was gonna say. It was lit, but it was ghetto as hell.
It was ghetto as fuck, but I loved it.
But it was
I
amazing.
loved. Oh my god, like that girl. What's her name? Sexy Red. That girl. I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds. Her twerking and stuff in front of executives. I lived for that moment. And Krishan coming over there pregnant, throwing her ass.
Oh man,
I loved it. I loved every. It genuinely looked like they was having fun. Like, I love seeing black people fucking have fun. Boosie getting out of jail and making it on time for the awards and going there with his t-shirt and his Jordans with his shorts. It was perfect. Like, it was just so perfect. Like, of course, it's like, I do want us to have a dress code and I do want it to be a little bit more classy, but I loved every second of it. The thing I do want to talk about the BET Awards was JT and Uzi. Did you catch any of the JT and Uzi drama?
You want to know something? I saw the video clips, but
okay.
And I did a little investigation, but I necessarily really don't know exactly what happened. I just got some speculation.
Okay, I don't think anybody knows exactly what happened, but the speculation is, I guess JT got up to go do something. I don't know if she had to go up to present an award. I know she had to do something, but she stepped away from Uzi at one point. Ice Spice then came sat in her seat. And that's when that's when that video comes to circulating and she come back and she say, "You fucking goofy," and she throws her phone at him and goes the fuck off. Like, and like goes fucking crazy.
I thought she was already sitting there.
Who, Ice Spice? I think Ice Spice, they moved Ice Spice to her seat. I don't know the whole story, but I know Ice Spice is somewhere in that story.
I thought, so what I heard is that he had a new song that he debuted.
Yes.
And he was talking about Lil Shawty.
And he said his girl act like a light-skinned girl, something Ice Spice or something. It's some fucking crazy ass line where he talking about his dark-skinned girlfriend, which is JT, who's fucking gorgeous. She looked absolutely stunning at BET Awards. But the line is something to where he talking about her skin complexion though. Like, I got a brown-skinned girl and she act light-skinned, or I want my brown-skinned girl to act light-skinned, or some shit to where he referencing the light-skinned girl and he referenced Ice Spice in the song.
Oh man,
I gotta look up this. I gotta figure out what he said exactly, because that shit is crazy. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this is a bad time to be even talking about colorism.
Why would you even debut that song? You done went to the awards with your girl. You done been with this girl for 7 years. Y'all done been together for a long time. Yeah. And I mean, even if you was trying to, get your little hollow on at the new little fresh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be doing it with your girl, like, in the same situation with you. It's just like, oh, man, it's sloppy, man,
Yeah, I think it's very, 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 very sloppy. Yeah, and I like Uzi. I like Uzi a lot. I do. I like him just because he seems like he's so fun. I mean, I don't know him, but he just seemed like a fun ass person to be around. But I hate that they beefing.
Why would you play with a city girl like that? Like, she ain't gonna slap shit out of you.
I don't know. Okay, well, the line wasn't about the color. Well, the one that where he say her name, he say, hold on, let me see. She had a little fro. She looked like Ice Spice. That's the only line where he referenced her. She had a little fro. She looked like Ice Spice. But then I think he do say something about a dark skinned girl, because that's what everybody was talking about. How you gonna talk about he want his girl to act light skinned? I'm just like, people is crazy. But Uzi is intense. But I mean, I think that's the dynamic of their relationship. It's just a little rah-rah, and then they come back together. Yeah, like Offset and Cardi, they do some rah-rah crazy ghetto stuff too. And then they'll be like, today, they've been all over. I guess Paris is having some real big fashion show, and all the celebrities are somewhere, either in London, somewhere. And Cardi and Offset look fabulous together. They look absolutely stunning. But hell, last week he had just posted on his page that my wife my wife cheated on me and all this stuff. Celebrities are just going crazy right now. It's going crazy.
They just a social media married couple, and it sucks to say it like that, but it really is the reality of the situation, because they live together. You see what I'm saying? Like,
y'all live in the same house.
Y'all live in the same house. So
and you It wasn't Clubhouse, but it's an app like Clubhouse. You on there singing, I should have cheated. First of all, let me say, like, why would you sing that? And he probably downstairs in his room or downstairs or I'm sure they got a 10-something bedroom house.
I mean,
and he in the other room and you in the other room going fucking crazy on social media. Like, that shit is crazy. This shit is intense.
But yeah, they definitely more than likely came together, you know what I mean, or at least got their shit together well enough to go to, you know what I mean.
I'm glad because I do like Offset. I like Uzi and JT, and I do like Offset and Cardi. And I know they celebrities, but not that they're my goals, but it does give me hope that marriage can work and successful relationships can work and everybody can be great. So I do really want them to be great, man. I do. And I'm so ready for Lotto and 21 Savage to just say that they go together because it's stressing me out. It really is stressing me out. But I do get why they keep that relationship the way they do because it's super ghetto out there.
Oh, no, for real.
It is so ghetto. So
gotta keep your head on the swivel.
No, for sure. Yeah. It was one more thing I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to look it up. But let me see if I can find it. Have you been watching anything on TV?
Man.
Oh, I know. Keep going. I remember now.
I've been watching, you know what I mean, the 85 South show on Netflix.
Okay.
The number one thing in the country,
100%.
in the whole world, you know what I mean?
Congratulations. Like, that is, like, when I say fucking motivation and goals, congratulations big time. That is so fucking dope. First of all, we didn't record since then, so rest in peace to Jackie Y'all. Which, of course, I don't know these people, but I literally cried, like, days and days and days. Not because of the fact, because DC Young Fly is like my favorite comedian. It's been for like years. Like, I've seen every single episode of 85 South. I got the app. Like, I have the app. Like, I literally, like, you can ask my siblings. Like, we go on trips or if we doing something, I used to have that shit. I was like, turn this shit off, turn this shit off. Now they be watching it and shit just because, like, they them. But I've been watching them for so fucking long. Like, DC Young Fly is literally my favorite comedian. Like, he's my number one. Yeah. So it was just like, when it happened, it was just like, oh my goodness, not DC. Like,
yeah, I heard a little piece of me too.
It hurts so bad because it's just like, I watch him so much, I feel like I know him, even though I don't. I was just like, oh my goodness, not him and the baby. She just had that baby. Oh, I know that sucks. So, I knew that was hard.
Yeah, so prayers up and shout out to the 85 South show.
Yeah, definitely shout out to 85 South show. That Netflix shit is like
amazing.
That shit is fire. Like, what? Yeah. I've been definitely tuning in to 85 South. It's literally one of my favorites. Of course, them in Poor Minds. I've been in Poor Minds
too.
Yeah.
Salute to the girls.
Yeah, salute to the girls. Have you been watching? Do you watch Nav Show?
Yeah, not so much because I'm not a sports person, but I peep episodes just because I fuck with Al Green as a person.
Yeah, I love him too. I love sports, and I think you would appreciate his show because it's like 40% sports. The rest is like kind of more like jokes and stuff, but it's good. It's good. I've seen almost all the episodes except I didn't see the one with Dre was on there, but the one with Lex was on there was really good.
Okay,
it was really good. You should watch that episode. It was a really good episode. Yeah, they whole camp is like fucking killing it right now. Yeah. They fucking killing the fucking game, and I love it because they still independent. Like, they holding on to that shit, and I think that shit is so dope.
It's definitely business goals. Know what I mean?
No, for sure. It's like, I literally look at them like that's the blueprint.
The blueprint, yeah.
That is the blueprint. You grow your shit. You bring other people with you because it's like they could have just stopped at just 85 South.
She gotta create leverage.
They shit is fire. Like, they literally can. Well, they own network. I'm like, they could take over a network with all the shows they got and content they got and everything they have going on. Because I don't even watch every single show. Like, Carlos has his show with the cars. DC has another show just showing the life of him. I don't watch that show or the other one. What's the light skin one name? The English Majors. Clayton has his own show. Like, they all have different stuff. I think it's so fucking dope. Yeah, I love them. But I do want to talk about Mr. Jonathan Majors.
Oh, man.
He was at my gym today. Which was like weird because I don't go to one of these like super high end gyms. I literally just go to LA Fitness. So it's like, who would think that you would see like a multi-million-dollar actor in the gym? But a little bit about what happened was he had got caught up in trouble with was she just his girlfriend at the time or fiance?
I think it was his girlfriend at the time.
Okay, so it was a Caucasian lady who was his girlfriend, and she had put out a report that he put his hands on her, and it was some domestic things going on. And it recently came out, like maybe this week or last week, that it was all some bullshit. It was all a lie, and she basically lied on dude. But in the midst of all this, he lost a lot of money. I think his management team left him. A few people took him out their shows. Like, it was a bunch of shit going on.
He almost lost. He almost got kicked out of the MCU.
Yep, the Marvel shit that he's doing.
Almost.
Yeah. What you think about it?
That would have sucked if he would have got kicked out the MCU. I fuck with Jonathan Majors for a few different reasons. Not only is he a phenomenal actor, he is from Dallas. Know what I mean? For people who don't know. And he does great, know what I mean, in the MCU. I would have been mad if Marvel would have switched him with like Damson Idris in the midst of all of these movies being made. It just would have looked so tacky. But of course, white women be lying, you know what I mean? And that's unfortunate, but the word Karen is Karen for a reason. But also it just looks bad on him because like right after the situation happened, it was multiple accounts of just like people working with him that, you know, backed up the fact that he has some type of aggressive nature to his personality. And if that's true, seek counseling, my G.
Right. I didn't know he was from Dallas. I did not know. I am happy that he got, not the piece, but he got I don't know what the word is, but I guess he got off because it wasn't like he did anything, but I do hate how everything is in the world. Like, it's not innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty, like, immediately. Like, it don't matter what it is. If somebody bring up something, you did it until we can prove that you didn't do it. So it does suck to see a black successful man and then the people backing them and all that stuff. It just sucked because it's just like, man, I'm not a big like MCU person nor am I a big Marvel person, but I do hear nothing but great things about his acting and all that stuff. I didn't care for him in Creed, but everybody does like love this man, so it's just like, man, we can't let somebody that everybody likes let go. We can't we gotta fight to make sure everything is good. But I think that it turned out to be good. Ish, because I feel like when you get that on your name, I feel like it never leave your name. Like, I feel like everybody is gonna always think like, oh, he put his hands on women, or it's gonna always be a conversation, even though it already came out that he's innocent. He is with Megan Good now, which is just like,
I mean, you know, that can go either way. Know what I mean? Maybe he do want a little bit of Megan Good. Who don't? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they came together on some business shit. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it looked good. I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
I do like them together. I didn't really care for her with the pastor, so I am good. Because Megan Good is Megan Good.
You know what I mean?
Like, period. So put some respect on the name. Like,
Shazam.
Yeah. So it's just like, Megan, she is her. Period. The fucking end.
Salute to Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, so salute to him, and hopefully everybody that was talking shit apologize to that man, and yeah, hopefully he's back working and back getting all the gigs that he need, and it's gonna be up for him because again, we want more successful black men, so we can have more successful black families, and we having generational wealth around this bitch.
For sure.
Yeah, salute to Jonathan Majors. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. We don't have any advice today, so make sure y'all send your advice to ayoudoingthemost@gmail.com, or you can DM it to our Instagram, which is ayoudoingthemost, and you can follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, I am at Cinnamon J.
And I am Remy the Brain.
And Brittany is at BURKS. MB_1991. And we out this thing. Bye.
Hey.
Hey, you doing the most.
Tell them hoes.
Hey, you doing the most.
Tell them hoes.
Hey, you doing the most.
Tell them hoes.
Hey, you doing the most.
Tell them hoes. Now you know